Imagine getting lost with your whole family in a desert. Not a normal desert, but one of the hottest places on Earth. No food, no water, and no source of communication. Every direction looks the same. Every step takes you deeper into danger. This actually happened to a German tourist family in 1996 in Death Valley, California. They entered the desert and never came back alive. They simply vanished without a trace. And what followed became one of the most disturbing and mysterious search cases in modern history. A case that would take years to understand and reveal how quickly nature can turn against human survival. This is the story of the Death Valley Germans. A family of four, 34-year-old architect Egbert Rimkus, his 27-year-old girlfriend Cornelia Meyer, Egbert's 11-year-old son Georg Weber, and Cornelia's 4-year-old son Max Meyer, set out on what was meant to be the trip of a lifetime. They were tourists from Germany, traveling across America, exploring new cities, new cultures, and collecting memories along the way. The journey was filled with laughter, photos, and unforgettable moments. State after state, city after city, everything felt like a dream. After visiting multiple parts of the United States, they finally reached California. At this point, they decided to visit Death Valley National Park, a place known for its extreme beauty, but also extreme danger. One of the most hostile environments on Earth. Massive heat, endless desert, and landscapes that can easily mislead even experienced travelers. Warning signs were clearly there, advising visitors to stay on safe routes and avoid remote areas. But the family saw it differently. To them, it felt like a thrilling adventure, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So they made a decision that seemed small at the time. They took a route through a remote desert backroad. And that one decision changed everything. At first, nothing seemed unusual. Tourists entered Death Valley every day, and among them was the German family, driving their green rental van deeper into the desert. Witnesses later reported seeing them buying supplies and fuel before entering the national park. They looked normal, relaxed, completely unaware of what was waiting for them ahead. Somewhere along the journey, the family left the safety of the main paved road and turned onto a remote backcountry trail, a road rarely used by tourists, a road surrounded by endless silence. At first, it probably felt exciting, an adventure far away from crowds. But Death Valley has a dangerous way of tricking people. The deeper you go, the harder it becomes to turn back. Road signs disappear, the heat becomes unbearable, and every direction starts looking exactly the same. Investigators believe the family became lost while trying to navigate the isolated desert roads. Their rented van was not built for that terrain. Sharp rocks, deep sand, and extreme heat slowly destroyed the vehicle. And somewhere out there, far from help, the family realized something terrifying. They were completely alone. No signal, no nearby travelers, no way to call for help. Just miles of burning desert in every direction. And that was the last time anyone would ever see them alive. Experts later reconstructed what likely happened. The family probably took a wrong turn onto a sandy, unmaintained road, became stuck or slowed down in deep sand, attempted to walk for help. But this was the worst possible decision. In Death Valley, walking even a few kilometers can be deadly. Heat exhaustion can set in within hours. Landmarks are deceptive. Everything looks the same. Without water, survival time drops drastically. And this is where the desert began to erase them. When the family failed to arrive at their destination, concern quickly grew. Authorities launched a massive search effort involving rangers, local law enforcement, helicopters, ground teams. But Death Valley is enormous, over 3 million acres of harsh terrain. Search teams faced extreme heat, dangerous terrain, limited visibility, vast empty spaces with no clues. At first, nothing was found. No car, no footprints, no signs of struggle. It was as if they had disappeared into the earth itself. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. There was still no sign of the family, no phone call, no footprints, nothing. Then, finally, on October 21st, 1996, nearly 3 months after they disappeared, a park ranger flying over a remote canyon spotted something unusual deep in the desert. It was the family's green rental van, abandoned, miles away from any normal tourist route. The vehicle was badly damaged. 3 tires were completely destroyed, and investigators later discovered the van had been driven for miles on bare metal rims. But the most disturbing part was this: the family was nowhere to be found. Years passed, and for a long time, the mystery of the German family remained unsolved. Many believed the desert had erased every trace of them forever. But then, everything changed. In 2009, a man exploring a remote area of Death Valley made a horrifying discovery. Scattered across the harsh desert ground were what appeared to be human remains. Realizing the seriousness of what he had found, he immediately contacted authorities. Investigators quickly arrived at the scene and launched a full investigation. As they examined the area, the truth slowly became clear. The remains were connected to the missing German family who had vanished years earlier. What shocked investigators even more was the location. The remains were discovered miles away from the family's abandoned van. But the discovery raised an even darker question. What exactly went wrong out there in the desert? Investigators later pieced together the family's final movements using the location of the van, the remains, and the dangerous terrain surrounding the area. And slowly, a tragic picture began to emerge. It appeared the family had unknowingly driven deep into isolated back roads far away from normal tourist routes. The deeper they traveled, the more difficult the terrain became. Their rented van was never designed for those harsh desert roads. Sharp rocks and extreme conditions damaged the vehicle badly. Eventually, the family became stranded, and in the brutal heat of Death Valley, every minute without help became deadly. Experts believe the family then made a desperate attempt to escape on foot, but this was one of the worst environments imaginable for survival. The summer heat was extreme, water sources were almost non-existent, and the desert itself created dangerous illusions. Mountains looked closer than they really were. Roads led nowhere. Every direction felt the same. As dehydration and exhaustion increased, their ability to think clearly would have slowly disappeared. Investigators found no evidence of foul play. No attack, no violence, only the terrifying power of nature. In the end, it wasn't a criminal or a hidden enemy that took their lives. It was the desert itself. The Death Valley Germans case is not just a mystery. It is a warning, a reminder that nature is not predictable. Maps don't always show danger, and survival depends on preparation, not luck. 4 people entered the desert with curiosity, but the desert does not care about curiosity, only survival. What do you think happened in those final hours? Could they have been saved with better preparation? Or was this outcome inevitable from the moment they turned off the main road? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more true survival mysteries like this, subscribe, because the world is full of stories that were never meant to be forgotten.